Man, we back at it, round two. I had to go get a equipment switch out, man. I had that Bluebird bush hog. It didn't work out for me, so now I'm back with this. Gonna knock it on down. This is by far our biggest clear out to date. As you can see, I'd already started chopping some of the front down with my hedge trimmer before I went and rented this two-handed Echo weed eater with the saw blade on the end. Man, did this make all the difference. Like I said, that Bluebird bush hog couldn't fit across that ravine, so I needed something a little bit more versatile. And as always, Echo had the perfect tool for the job. As you can see, there were low spots, high spots, had to hit different angles. This kudzu was crazy. They had let it get out of hand. It was years of overgrowth on about 1/8 of an acre. My biggest concern going into this was snakes and rodents that would be in there. But I did some research, studied up on it a little bit. Information is key, because once I studied, I realized that if you go in there making a whole bunch of noise with this machinery and moving stuff around, most snakes and rodents will get out of your way. They're non-confrontational, contrary to popular belief. Once I had that worry out of the way, got in there a bit and saw that I didn't see anything crazy, I went straight to work. We were only about 30 to 45 minutes in at this point, but man, my shoulders felt like we've been at it all day. Let's count my Ric Flairs, y'all. Woo! Right. Okay. I think this is my boundary right here. I was cutting side to side to establish the boundary that the customer and I had established. But man, swinging that thing side to side felt like I was in a full-fledged wrestling match with a grizzly. But at this point, even though I was tired, the equipment was helping me a whole lot and I was getting into a zone. I could almost feel like the finish line was in sight. Mind you, it was 94 degrees. So even though I was tired, I was trying to get this done. See me in the forest with a bear, don't help me, help the bear. Again, the finish line was in sight. So I was feeling it, pumped up, trying to push through, giving myself motivational speeches in between. That's what you gotta do sometimes. But half of it was done. Now we're working on the other half. Getting there bit by bit, slowly but surely. We're moving at a good pace, about an hour and a half in now, 75% done. Drenched with sweat, shoulders on fire. As with everything, there's a methodology to it. I could have been out here all day, or for 2 days for that matter, but I made sure I got the right equipment and had the right technique. As you see, I'm trying to get as broad a swings as possible so that I can clear as much as possible each time back and forth. Also, you'll notice I'm trying to cut it all as low as possible so that I don't have to cut it multiple times. Chop it all down low and let it fall. As we all know, teamwork makes the dream work. So I was thankful and grateful to have my man I could tag in towards the end, because I was through. I took care of one side of the ravine, the interior kudzu, and then bro came in and took care of the exterior. A big concern of the customers was the kudzu jumping onto the tree that was closest to his yard. So we wanted to cut it all out of there and do as much of a disconnect as possible between the two sides of the ravine. That Echo hedge trimmer came on through for us, cutting like a pole saw, chop, 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 cleaning up everything real nice, straightening out our line and making it so that the kudzu that was left on the tree would die due to no connection to the ground. That's Tim from Pressure Boys LLC. You should go follow him on social media as well. Check out some of his work. At UNE Landscaping and Hauling, we take customer concerns very seriously and always strive to be meticulous in our attention to details and providing quality service you can rely on. Not only do we like to thoroughly address the current issue, we like to take the extra steps to ensure that it isn't a reoccurring issue if possible. So call or text 678-284-2786 today and allow UNE Landscaping and Hauling to come and transform your property. And don't forget to like and follow us on social media for more pictures and videos of our work.